Aye.
Sanitary engineer, 15, approve amendment number 1 to the consulting service agreement with K.E. McCartney and Associates for the Quarry Road Sanitary Trunk Sewer Extension, aka Northwest Lorain County Sanitary Sewer, in the amount not to exceed $3,179,200, and this will be paid from the sanitary engineer professional services account.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you this. This shows you what we're looking at here. So go ahead. A lot of times people read, they'll see something like this, and they'll see Quarry Road Sanitary Trunk and Sewer Extension, Northwest Lorain County Sewer. I mean, they're going, okay, what is it? Well, this is what it is. This is what we're voting on. I've talked to the consultants to find out, okay, give me a timeline. So this is the timeline. You guys talking to each other? So the timeline looks like this. You'll see an area that is blacked out. What is it, about a month ago or 6 weeks ago, we actually hired a company to go out and start looking for property for the wastewater treatment plant. We've already spent money to a firm to develop the paper, right, to kind of go out to construction. Yeah. So we did that already. This is what we're voting on today. And it's basically civil engineering and construction documents that will go out to bid in about a year. This will take about 12 months to get that information. So we'll be able to start putting shovels in the ground roughly, probably May. Because once we get this information back, hopefully, I'd like to say before the end of the year, but I'm playing a little conservative. We'll have that information probably closer to, let's just say, February of next year. We'll then vote on going out to bid for the project, and that will take about 60 days. After that, they should have shovels in the ground to start this project. At the same time as they're going down this, I guess as they start working on this project in 2027, also in 2027, we should have the documents and everything ready to go and the property designed for the wastewater treatment plant, which will alleviate the $85 to $100 million problem that the city of Vermilion has right now. And so we'll be alleviating their pressures and fixing theirs. Right now, rough estimates are probably 15 to 20 million instead of spending 100 million for that small community of 5,000 residents, or 5,000 households is what I was told. So they're working with us. Their city council did support this back in February of 2024. Back in July 30th of 2021, a bipartisan board voted yes to move forward with this project. So just to let everybody know, this has been in the arena here, not only since 2021, it goes way back to 15, or when, longer than 2015. This has been in the works. I am just happy to know that we are moving forward, and government is slow, but it is going to be completed hopefully by 2028 and 2029. They're saying the wastewater treatment plant development could take 4 years, so it could be looking at 2032. But in the meantime, shovels will be in the ground hopefully next summer, and we'll be able to move forward with what's been going on for probably way over 20 years, I guess, right, Karen? So, okay. I know Mike asked for a copy of this, so hey, Mike, afterwards, I got 3 pages if you want them. So, yeah, well, like people say, this stuff doesn't have anything that's attorney-client privilege, and I don't have a problem if you ask me if you need something. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'd like to also reiterate that part of our job is to look forward and to protect the citizens and taxpayers of things that we see coming, which would be economically a problem or socially a problem. This sewer is not just, it's often viewed as economic development, and that's certainly true, but a secondary issue of this is the EPA continues to work on what we call H2 Ohio. It's kind of a catchy name, but they continually work at trying to improve the water quality of Lake Erie, protect it for the future. Sewers is directly related to that, as one can imagine. And there are three trends that the Board of Commissioners has identified that this project fulfills. One is that the EPA wants to eventually eliminate the dumping of sewage, treated sewage into the creeks and rivers, and wants everything to be processed at the highest level and put into the Lake Erie direct at hopefully one or two spots for a county the size of Lorain. And so this sewer is not just for economic development, it's for the future protection should other communities run into the same problems that Vermilion has, which is highly likely because the EPA has a habit of changing the rules, and as your sewage plant gets larger, they increase the quality that you have to clean the sewage to. If you're a small processing plant, they have fairly simple rules. If you're going to be a large processing plant, they have much more complex and expensive rules, as one could imagine. So this project is not only for not only to open up the west side for future economic development by those that will come after us, but it's also for the future protection to make sure that Lorain County stays in compliance with the EPA. And I think we all know that Lake Erie is our, if not it's certainly one of our best assets. And so, you know, we think it's important to comply with the EPA and H2 Ohio, because at the end of the day, we're the benefactors of that protection. So thank you.
Yep. Well, this is, like I said, this is all part of the process that, like I said, it was bipartisan. We worked with Columbus. They got us. I'd like to thank Mr. Armbruster and Ms. Perkins. I remember it was December 18th and 24, you guys came and said, it looks like we might get it. I know you guys worked hard, but so did our lobbyists, and so did many other people. And this is awesome. I mean, really, to get that kind of money, $67 million, we do have the money to match it. That's already been allocated. And that's what people think that we're going to take it out of the general fund. But how that came about was, let's see, how do I say this? The ARPA funds that came in, we moved it over to the two areas of investments. So we'll be pulling that money out once we start moving forward next year. So the money's there for matching dollars. In fact, there's even more money for the sewers in regards to that. Now, I keep saying this over and over. It has nothing to do with operating this county. If the taxes are coming in at 89 million, we're going to spend 89 million. We're not going to plug holes with money that should be used for reinvesting in our communities, because if we're not going to increase taxes, then we have to increase the tax base. To increase the tax base, you need businesses and you need homes. And that's what this project does. It also stops the uncontrolled growth that's going on in this county, which seems to be happening all over. If you take a look at the west side of our county, where they're having a lot of issues over there in Eaton Township in Columbia. East side. What did I say, west?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm talking west. So you're looking at a lot of issues over there because it wasn't controlled. This will control the growth closer, which I've been saying for 5 years, between Route 2 and the Turnpike, where that growth should be at least organized and controlled. We've been talking with the Baumhart Township trustees. This board helped them by giving them some money to help them with their land use plan and their master plan. We spoke out there, and they are moving forward to make sure that the growth is controlled and that they can control where and how things look in their own backyard. So this is one of those days that it's a great day for Lorain County as a whole. It will be creating jobs. My daughters are now working outside this county, and I think everybody has told me for 20 years, what are you going to do to stop our kids and grandkids from leaving this county? This does that.